staying with us. There's no stopping South Africa when it comes to producing world-class films. This, again, is evident in the latest thriller, I Am Girls. It's set to premiere on Netflix, the streaming service, on the 14th of May.
Well, it's a story inspired by real events and centres around bringing down a global child sex trafficking syndicate. In fact, Tanya Neft attends the premiere and chats to the director as well as the cast. Have a look.
It's been described by award-winning director and filmmaker Donovan Marsh as shocking, deeply atmospheric, a thrilling mystery and intense character journey into one of the most terrifying tragedies of modern times, child sex trafficking. This is I Am All Girls, a story that delves into the global human trafficking crisis. Inspired by real events, it explores the case of paedophile Gert de Jager in the early 90s who abducted young girls to be sold, and the unlikely bonding between a female detective and a serial killer focused on bringing down the syndicate. I Am All Girls has premiered at a red carpet event in Johannesburg. The proudly SA production includes an all-local cast, the lead roles played by the incredibly talented Hlubi Mboya and Erica Wessels, who delivers a hair-raising performance.
When you see a script like this, what makes you go, this is it, I want to do this role?
Donovan was really interested in me, and I knew the moment that I started talking to him that, okay, this is definitely something I want to do, because he is just so bright and so creative and so focused. And also, obviously, because of the topic, I was like, well, the best of both worlds. So you get to make a movie, but it's also about something really meaningful.
Being artists, it's our duty to reflect what's going on in society. And that is what truth is, and that is love. You know, and it's not always going to be the pretty, the truth, but it has to be the truth that has to be heard.
Writer and award-winning director Donovan Marsh brings this disturbing story to life for the digital streaming platform Netflix.
What made you decide to tell this story now?
I love movies that are an issue film, but aren't going to preach to you, and actually try and use entertainment to bring a message across. Obviously, it was based on real events, but in order to be respectful to those real events, we changed names and then we created a fictionalized story about one of the survivors who then comes back. I think a great movie is when you can marry art with a bit of commercial and try and affect some change in the world. And all those factors, make me want to do this film.
I Am All Girls was shot entirely in South Africa and was exceptionally executed.
My proviso was we're not going to cut any corners on the production value. It's going to have world-class cinematography, it's going to have world-class music, which it certainly does. We're going to have world-class editing. We're going to do everything top of the range, and we did.
But just how do you submerge yourself into this dark world?
You just lean into the moment, you do a lot of research, you do the work, and then you surrender, and then you let go, and then stuff happens. And if you're working with a great creative team, it's so wonderful to collaborate.
And the take-home message?
We're not all going to be like our human trafficking experts after this, But let me tell you something, I know more through this movie, even through tonight, than I did yesterday. And I hope everyone that was sitting in the audience knows just a little bit more than they did, and that's the best that we can do.
It's a film that touches on a global crisis, and the filmmakers are hoping that, if anything, this movie will at least start conversations in the over 190 countries it will reach via this digital platform. Tanya Neft, Johannesburg.